We're going to talk about solving equations with addition and subtraction. So they would be here's some examples that you might see. Something like x plus 3 equals 45. Okay, or something like x minus 12 equals 6. And so what you have to remember is that you're going to undo addition with its opposite, which is subtraction. Okay, and the other way, you're going to undo subtraction with addition. So whatever's been done in the problem, if it's addition, you're going to undo that with subtraction. Here, there's some subtraction that you started with, you're going to undo that with addition. So pretty straightforward. Different books show you different ways to show your work. This is my favorite, is to line it up and down. So here we have a number plus 13, and we want to get rid of that 13. We want to undo that, so you're going to subtract 13 here. And you need to be fair. Whatever you do on one side, we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Put a line here, and what happens is the plus 13 and the subtract 13, they just cancel each other out because they're opposites. And so you can cross them out, bring down this x, and over here you've got 45 minus 13, which is 32. Okay, so that would be your answer. You can check it by putting it back in the equation. So you just found you have this equation. Okay, you were looking for this number, and you decided that this number is 32. So you can put it back in and just check. Okay, 32 plus 13, does that equal 45? Okay, when you add these, you get 45. Okay, so it works. If you had made a silly little math mistake, and we all do that from time to time, and for some reason you said this was 22, if you put it back in and check, 22 plus 13 would only give you 35, and you'd know that you'd made a mistake, and you could go back and fix it. Okay, so undo addition with subtraction. This one has subtraction, you just undo it with addition. Okay, so write it, I prefer up and down. Some books put it kind of off to the side. I like it this way because it looks really obvious what's canceling out. Those are opposites, so they cancel each other out. Okay, and we're left with, just bring down the x, 6 plus 12 is 18. So there is your answer, and you could put it back in and check and say, well, 18 subtract 12, yes, that equals 6. So I know my answer is correct. Okay, so undo addition with subtraction, undo subtraction with addition. Sometimes people get a little confused when the equations are written in a sort of an odd way. So here's an example, 14 plus c equals negative 5. Okay? When you see that, before we were adding or subtracting what was over here, but we actually want to leave the c, what we have to do is kind of deal with this 14. So there's two ways you can do it. First of all, addition can be done in any order. So if you want, you can rewrite this as c plus 14 equals negative 5, and then proceed like we did before. Okay. You would undo this addition with subtraction. Okay. These would cancel out, bring down your c, and negative 5 subtract 14 is starting negative, getting more negative, it's negative 19. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to leave it how it is, and this is the part we need to undo. We need to get rid of this extra 14 because we just want the c by itself. Well, the opposite of 14 is negative 14. That's what we would need to do to cancel that out, to get it to sort of go away. And so we can do it like that. Okay, and you'll see these will cancel out. We bring down the positive c, or just c, and this becomes negative 19. So either way, you get the same answer. Okay, the other thing that sometimes tricks people up is when they see it written like something written like this, 27 equals 6 plus p. And so it's like the answer is on the left and the question is on the right. Again, two different ways you can deal with this. If you want, you can just flip the whole thing around. You can bring the 6 plus p over here and the 27 over here. No problem at all doing that. Okay. Then this, if you want, is like this example here where the number's in front. If you want, you can even switch the p and the 6 around. P plus 6 equals 27. All right. If you don't want to do that, okay, we just can look here and say, well, here's the variable. We want to get it by itself, so we have to undo this 6. And you undo positive 6 with negative 6. Put them underneath. 27 subtract 6 is 21. These cancel each other out because they're opposites, and bring down the p. All right. The only thing that you do have to sort of be careful of is about signs. And so I'm just going to show you one more example. If this had said 27 equals 6 minus p. All right, so we're going to look at the 6, focus on it. We need to get rid of that 6, so you're going to get rid of it by adding the opposite, negative 6. All right, when you subtract here, you still get 21. These still cancel each other out, but what you need to bring down is not just the p, but remember the sign in front of it comes with it, so this becomes negative p. So just remember that if there's a subtraction or a negative, it has to come down with the thing that comes after it. And we can talk more later about, well, how would you get rid of that? Right, but that's solving equations with addition or subtraction.